Hi Dawn. I will go to bed just a tad bit late because I really need to finish this episode. And I probably won't be able to stream tomorrow. But yes, I shall pay the consequences when I wake up at 7:30 tomorrow. I can't. You not. Episode 4 tonight, Kra. It's finish up P, then Yapatron starts. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I have been waking up at 7:30 a.m. Yes, it used to be 8:30 a.m. But daylight savings happened, and now I need to wake up at 7:30. Even though it was a pitch black world where nothing could be seen, for some reason I felt Battle's presence right next to me. Wait, 1 second. Let me turn off the lights. Gotta put in the mood. Alright, mood has been set. What do you mean where we left off? We left off at the end of the previous chapter where... Dude, nah, you're asking to rage bait me. You know what happened last time. Even though it was a pitch black row where nothing could be seen, for some reason I felt Battle's presence right next to me. So I tried calling out to her. You can exchange words with someone whether they're a human or a witch. So even in a world where witches have been denied, I should be allowed to talk to her. 1 sec. Oh crap! Und moment. Okay. I wasn't owned last time, and I won't be owned this time. Butler, is it? It is done. I did it. Yeah. I didn't hear it, but I watched you until the very end. I definitely saw you boldly stand up to that evil witch. With this, I am no longer a witch, but I would definitely become a witch again. And then, I will make it so that I can be called the Golden Witch again. And once again, return. So that I can be accepted as your opponent. No. You were a witch. Huh? I saw it. When you took that evil witch and blew her away with that awesome magic exposed in her true form. I saw it with my own eyes. That wasn't magic. But the red... No, it was magic. You were definitely the Golden Witch. Even if you deny it yourself, I'll acknowledge it. You are definitely the Golden Witch. When Butler said those words, in the world that had been dark, there was suddenly a single grain. A small grain of gold, like a wheat seed, shone brightly. And even though it was small, it had a strong gold-colored sparkle. Then it shone on the two of them sitting with their backs together. So they each became aware of their own form. They did not exist only as consciousness. They became aware that they had bodies and definitely existed. No, perhaps we should say that they each had been given an existence called a body. When Battler looked at his own form, he wasn't that surprised. But when Bata looked at her own form, she was a little startled. From Battler's perspective, she looked just like normal. But for a short while, she was surprised with that form. What is going on? The sparkle from the grain of light is slowly getting stronger. That grain of wheat was no longer simply gold-colored, but was like a light of the sun. Then, it softly began to approach Bata's chest. When that grain of the sun was sucked inside her chest. Ow? The world was wrapped in a deep blue sky, and then a deep blue ocean was spread out below them. An island rose up, trees sprouted and created a forest, walls surrounded us and a ceiling swallowed us. And was adorned with more and more things, made to be like the hall in the Ushiromiya mansion. In the middle of the fantastical hall where many gold butterflies beat their wings. Many tables were set up with white tablecloths like it was a party, and beautiful cooking and fruits were set out. And over there were a great many shapes. It was everyone talking together and smiling. Everyone. It was Dad, and Kairi-san, Uncle Kraus, Aunt Natsui, and Aunt Rosa, and of course, even Aunt Eva and Uncle Hideyoshi. George, Aniki, Jessica, Maria. Wait, even Shannon-chan, Kanano-kun, Gono-san, and Kumasawa-san are here. Everyone was at the party, clapping their hands and celebrating our return. Why? Even though everyone was dead, why are they alive? In the Golden Land, the souls of all the dead can be revived. Welcome back, Beatrice. And welcome back, Butler-kun. Oh, no Beatrice. And welcome, Butler-kun. Welcome to the Golden Land. I made it? I made it? To the door of the Golden Land? Yes, lady, you have finally managed to invite everyone here. Welcome, Butler-sama, to the Golden Land. Get this guy out of here! What is he doing here?
Butler! So you have finally made it this far.
Grandfather? Where in the world am I?
My blood, which is incompatible with magic, runs most deeply in your veins. Therefore, you are the only one who could not reach the Golden Land, and Beatrice has been searching for you this whole time. She tried everything to bring you here.
What did you say?
It seems that we are all here at last.
Butler-sama, if you would take your seats. Tonight's dinner is my very best work. If you would, please finish it.
You should be honored. Normally I would have eaten all of it, but I left you some out of gratitude. The 7 steak mechans. In the Golden Land, all of those with minds are equal. Here, there is no distinction between us furniture, humans, and witches. Butler-sama, we were waiting for you. Welcome to the Golden Land.
Shannon-chan, George-aniki.
I still feel like this might be a dream. We should have died. But I'm alive. And everyone is here. And happy. I can't believe it. That's right. This place must be a dream world. So it must be a dream that George is acting so friendly with a maid girl.
Could you give it a rest, Eva? For now, you gotta stay quiet and bless the two youngs. The Golden Land is a city of bliss. We should never quarrel here.
Here, any people are free to love each other. No one needs to hesitate over it. Jessica-chan, Kanan-kun, you look wonderful! I'm jealous! Hey, Butler, I'm a little... Butler-sama, welcome. And welcome home. Jessica was probably embarrassed because she was holding hands with Kanan-kun. Kanan-kun wanted to act humbly like a servant and bow. But since neither of them could let go of the other's hand, he couldn't do it so well, and the whole scene looked fairly comical. With a servant child? You can't! Jessica cannot do such a thing!
It's hardly a big deal, correct? Let her at least choose the person she likes.
She can't! She can't! Oh, Jessica! You can't either, George! Oh, they can bond over this. Hasan Natsuhi and Aunt Emma hugged each other. Hasan Natsuhi and Aunt Emma hugged each other and cried tears of regret for their adorable children. Waiter, you know what to do, waiter, please. Even though they had always been at odds, it was a very bizarre scene. It isn't really a problem, right? It doesn't really matter who likes who. That's right. It's proof that a parent is too attached to their child.
Butler, no matter what kind of woman you bring home, I'll give her a warm welcome, okay?
Don't you dare introduce her to this man, okay? He'll get his hands on her immediately. They'll run off together right away.
Butler, you finally came here.
Maria, from the very beginning, you knew we'd be coming here.
That's why I wasn't scared at all. Everyone was being a coward and trembling. It was funny.
What the hell? Even though I thought you were the most screwed up, you actually knew the truth from the beginning. How rude! I simply cannot forgive you for speaking of Lady Maria in that way. Formulating firing curve, attack preparations ready. Lady Maria, we can attack at any time.
Be quiet. You are in the presence of Butler-sama.
Calm down, no need to be so stiff. Let's be considerate of their desire to check her out and have fun. More importantly, why don't we begin preparations for the toast?
Yes, preparations for my excellent mackerel cooking are complete. I can serve it at any time.
Hey, you people! Work a little more like furniture! No! I'm gonna stop myself some more! Oh! Come on, let's work! Don't keep the guests waiting! Let's work stupendously and attend to them! Don't let the guests do anything! Make them lazy, make them slothful, fatten them like pigs!
The others. Butler-kun, this way.
Grandfather and Virgilia were standing on the landing at the top of the staircase beckoning to us. Beato and I turned our heads to see what was going on, then climbed the stairs together. From the hall, it looked like a very high stage. A small table had been set up there, as well as a piece of parchment and an old-fashioned quill pen. I saw the strange magical characters in Japanese were written side by side, and below it, many names were written. There were 17 of them. Okay, that's scary, so I'm gonna go get about it, and be right back. I'm back, and welcome, Phoenix. How we doing? So far so good. There were 17 of them. Grandfather was the first, and everyone's names have been signed all over it. The people who arrived at the Golden Land probably signed this one after another. Oh, okay, so one's missing because Butler hasn't signed yet.
Butler, now that you are here, everyone is gathered. Listen carefully.
The Golden Land is so not a world supported by the power of magic alone. The cooperation and approval of all humans to receive happiness here is required. For the sake, we must gather the signatures of everyone here.
Last time, the doors of the Golden Land was finally opened, but you refused to sign. Although you probably don't remember it, because you refused to sign this world was once again sealed in darkness.
Oh. Just hearing it like that, it kinda sounds like I'm the only stubborn one. And that I've been a bother to everyone in various ways. That's because your stubbornness is the real deal. Oh, that was the trophy, 3,000 click, oh my gosh. Jeez, wow, okay. That is a hard number to wrap my mind around. Hey, I was gonna say, I don't agree with this. Because Jessica was... No, I guess not. I put too much importance on Jessica because I like her so much. But still, it is an important part of her character to me that even though she knows she doesn't have the conviction, the stubbornness, and the strength to deny witches, she still has the heart to deny them in heart, even if she can't mentally. Because I'm still thinking about episode 1, or was it episode 2? I think it was episode 1, where Jessica begged Butler not to give in. That part will always stick for me. That is one of my favorite scenes. It seems you received more than just blood from Kinso. Battle left amiably. I should have felt like she was making fun of me, but without thinking, I went along with her, laughing and smiling. Magic is a miracle. Miracles cannot be made complete unless everyone believes. And when you believed in the end, this miracle, the Golden Land, was completed. It looks like I've been in real pain. So, what should I do? First, sign here. Then, Beatrice, you sign here. Quill pens are pretty hard to use, huh? Whoa, it shot. You klutz. Shooting ink is a bad omen. Can't you at least write your name quickly? Your pen's wriggling all over the place like a worm. You should talk. Don't write it in katakana. Beatrice is a stylish name, so write it in cursive. You're making the quill on your name cry. Shut up! In school, didn't they tell you not to use cursive on tests?
Hey, this is a solemn ceremony. Be quiet.
Very well. We have gathered the 2 signatures as well as the form for the covenant. Both of you, your oath, please. We'll start with Beatrice. Put your hand on the covenant and take the oath. As a good witch, Beatrice swears to continue her studies from this point forth to bring happiness to the people. Say it. Indeed. It's a little embarrassing. As a good witch, Beatrice swears to continue her studies from this point forth to bring happiness to the people. Who will that do?
Acceptable. Butler is next.
In the same way, Butlerkin, put your hand on the covenant and take this oath. As a member of the Golden Land, Ushirimiya Butler swears to serve for the sake of his own happiness and that of his neighbor.
As a member of the Golden Land, Ushirimiya Butler swears to serve for the sake of his own happiness and that of his neighbor. I'm embarrassed too.
Listen, everyone! Here and now we have gathered the oaths of all 18 humans who accepted the Golden Land.
When Kinso proclaimed that, everyone applauded at once, praising us. Since I have been the only stubborn one and had just been a pain, I felt a little bad about being the most celebrated one.
And with that, in accordance with the ancient rites, we ask Butler Kun, the last to make the oath, to sign the invitation to the Golden Land. This is something that invites the Golden Witch Beatrice to the Golden Land. The Golden Land welcomes the Golden Witch through a consensus of those who have acknowledged it and becomes complete.
Butler, I will read it out loud. Listen carefully. The 18 of us accept Beatrice as the Golden Witch and welcome her to the Golden Land.
What's going on with you? You won't be invited unless I send an invitation? What are you, a vampire?
That does seem to be the ceremony. It feels stiff even to me. Why don't we end it quickly?
I've been so hungry for a while now. Come to think of it, I've only been pecking at canned food and haven't eaten anything good. Let's quickly finish the signing, huh? What's this? I acknowledge you as a witch. Huh? That's pretty simple. Damn you, grandfather, exaggerating it so much. Come on, quickly. Oh, cool face.
Sign right here.
Huh? Quickly.
Sign.
With slightly weird and uncomfortable smiles, the two of them started demanding that I sign. Huh? At that time, an incredible sound like that of glass window breaking reverberated through the hall. And the bustling tumult faded back into complete silence. I dropped the quill pen and turned around, trying to see what had happened. Brother who? When I did, where had she come from? A human who clearly hadn't been there a short while ago was in this very center of the hall, looking up at us. Okay. Wait, what did I say last time? I think I keep killing furniture theory, but I keep bringing it back, but I don't believe in it, but just saying. If furniture theory was right, okay, whatever. It's just, if there's a human, a real human, then that's 19 people. So what's up with that? Trying to wrap my head around this. Whatever, don't matter. I don't think it's Witch Hunt's translation. It's I switched it to the original translation, I think, because Butler is saying it's useless instead of it's no good at all anymore. Who's that? A girl? She's probably about the same age as Jessica and me. But I didn't know that face. None of the other people here knew that face either. Who are you? Who is this? Where did you come from? Those without invitations are not needed at my party. Servants, kick her out! As you command, surround her! The seven sisters of Purgatory surrounded her from seven directions, taking out magic blades that drew purple curves and blocking her. And from out of nowhere, shuffling goat-head servants appeared in great numbers surrounding that girl. On top of that, the Chester sisters stood in front of Battle like a wall, readying a golden bow and pulling back the bowstring. But the girl didn't move at all. On the contrary, she was still staring at us from the landing as though she didn't mind at all. Cool song, holy cow. But what I noticed from her design Two things. First off, the childish pigtails. She seems like a very serious person, but that to me is like a design that is meant to entail childishness. But the second thing, very much more important thing to me, is how the one-winged eagle is an armband. It's not actually part of her clothes or a tattoo. It is an accessory that can easily be removed. I think that is very interesting and clever. It probably shows that she doesn't have a strong relation with the family. She will gladly take up the name for her needs, but she would as gladly discard the Ushiramiya name if it doesn't matter to her anymore. Who is she looking at? Bato? Grandfather? Could it be me? Yes. The girl was staring straight into my eyes, glaring. Then, after our eyes met perfectly, she yelled, "You mustn't sign that! Are you going to accept your own defeat? Don't be tricked by the witch!" By the witch? Huh? At that time, something incredibly strong lifted me by the nape of my neck. What's going on? And after being made to turn around behind me, I saw Virgilia with an eerie smile on her face and the muscular forms of goat monsters. A goat monster that looked about 2 meters tall was grabbing me with an arm as thick as a log.
There is no need to listen to an uninvited guest. Come, offer your signature as well. On this written oath, Ushiramiya Butler acknowledges the existence of witches. Come now, sign the written oath. Ow, 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 ow! Damn it! Let go!
As the goat monsters held me down with the power of a vice, they forced me to grab the quill pen. I couldn't even touch the floor with my feet, much less resist. Butler, why are you resisting? Weren't you just about to side wheel at me? Don't change your mind now after all that, okay? Didn't you think for an instant that it might be okay to acknowledge witches? You thought that, right? I wasn't tricked. That's insane. That wasn't that kind of... Sorry, Butler. I am that kind of person. Oh, it's useless now. It looks like sentimental sob stories don't suit me. Teacher, I'm counting on you to use all of your strength. That was such a plain role to play and I got so bored. I don't know who you are, girl, but I'll beat you to death, mash you, and crush you until threads start trailing, okay? I'll make you regret being born a woman. As Vatsa waved her gold pipe, the massive chandelier hanging in the hall was electrocuted, and from that a terrible purple thunderbolt fell. It should have been a direct hit on the girl right below it, turning her to ash. However, not a single hair was singed. Aww. So your sudden appearance here wasn't just a fluke. Tell me, state your name! I don't have a name to give you. More importantly, you idiots! How long are you going to be tricked? You softy! Figure it out already! This is all the witch's trap! Those words were aimed at me. This is all the witch's trap, she says. That can't be. Beta reformed and swore to become a good witch. Beta, all this about traps, it's a lie, right?
tell me it's a lie!
Sorry, Butler. It was pretty fun. Sure, I just did what teacher told me, but look how great it turned out. Apparently, if you start out all hostile and needlessly brutal, then turn incompetent and soft at just the right moment, you can spark a huge bump on your affection meter, right? You heard villains who start all lovey-dovey and then freak the shit out are all the rage these days, right? Even I've studied a bunch of those manga, anime, and galgo that have been so popular lately, you see? As for you, just as expected, and it was a tears, please, and you're down! Idiot! What a truly simple person! I'll call this the North Wind and the Sun strategy! That's not...
Damn you! You bastard! How dare you deceive me like this!
Yes, that expression suits you the most. That caring expression of yours really doesn't suit me after all. It made my back itch and I was so frantically trying not to let it get to me. Too bad! Witches never reform! You take care of the signature, teacher! The uninvited guest is my prey! Come, you can no longer refuse to sign. Come on, look! Sign it and offer your body, your mind, and your soul! When Virgilia lifted her chin as a signal, the goat monsters with an even more vice-like power forced my arm to approach the parchment.
Ow! These guys are trying to make me sign even if it breaks my arm! Then a bright red light burst open with me at the corner, knocking the witches and the ghost monsters away! Did that girl save me? But who in the world is that? I don't have a clue! How long do you plan to keep playing in a place like this? Give it a rest! I'm jealous of you. I'm glad you saved me, but that's a pretty cruel way to say it. Sorry, but who are you? Witch of Ronkenjima, give him back! Who would do that, you fool? Butler is my toy! My most favorite toy in the world! I won't get tired of him, I won't throw him away, and I won't hand him over to anyone! Even Butler is enjoying this to the fullest. Together with me, he is having so much fun playing! No matter who you are, I won't let you get in the way! Yeah, it looks like you're having a lot of fun. It makes me so jealous, it ticks me off. Here you are in a place like this, guffawing and having a loud, noisy time with everyone. With all those beautiful witches around to pamper you, you must be having so much fun that you don't even want to go back. Are you talking to me? But wait, you got the wrong idea. This is a pain for me too. What do you mean fun? You don't know what I've been through. What troubles? You get to have fun living with mom and dad. You get to play around happily with all the cousins. You get to play with pleasant witches as long as you want for all eternity. Don't you realize the happiness you have? I'm jealous of all of you, don't you get it? I'd love to be a part of this. I'm sorry, but I have to turn you down there. I am satisfied with the toy I have. A rude toy like you is not fitting for my toy box. Yeah, I understand. Who would ever play with someone like you? But I will thank you just a little for letting me meet everyone like this. Who are you? You couldn't be. I see. Is that it? Yes, I understand. I know who you are. I see. So, you are the peace lady Berkastel threw in. How amusing! Why don't I formally invite you to my party? I'll welcome you fully! Along with Butler, I'll play nicely, break you, kill you, crush you, turn you to ash, mix you with bread dough, and bake you until you're fluffy! It's useless. It's all useless. You can't do that. On the Ronkenjima of 1986, I'll expose everything that happened to that light of day. I'll show you that before the truth, you're an icicle scared of the coming spring. Prepare yourself, Golden Witch! Beatrice! Very... Oh, Ushirima Butler died on the 9th twilight. Eva Beatrice lived. Ushirima... Oh, okay, well, I was waiting to say that. Okay, whatever. Ushirima Kinso died on the 1st twilight. Ushirima Kraus died on the 7th twilight. Ushirima Natsuhi died on the 8th twilight. Ushirima Jessica died on the 10th twilight. She survived longer than Butler. Ushirima Eva returned alive. Ushirima Hideyoshi died on the 5th twilight. Ushirima George died on the 9th twilight. Ushirima Rudolph died on the 4th twilight. Ushirima Kairi died on the 6th twilight. Ushirima Rosa died on the 2nd twilight. Ushirima Maria died on the 2nd twilight. Nanjo Terumasa died on the 9th twilight. Ronoe Genji died on the 1st twilight. Shannon died on the 1st twilight. Kanon died on the 1st twilight. Goda Toshiro died on the 1st twilight. Kumasawa Shio died on the 1st twilight. Virgilia, Ronobe, Lucifer. Oh gosh, you're gonna say all the 9 princes? Leviathan, Satan, Belphegor, Nam, Beelzebub, Asmodeus, Chester 410, Chester 45. All the goats! Hey, that's you guys! That's chat! Oh, wow, they put you in the game, that's awesome! Lambda Delta, Burn Custom. 3rd game. Banquet of the Golden Witch. Result! And the Golden Land once again crumbled away into the darkness. However, a winner finally emerged in the Golden Witch's game. The winner is the new Golden Witch, Eva Beatrice, because she solved the riddle of the Golden Time. The 17 all died. Does that mean we get to see her again in the next episode? When seagulls cried, just one person was left alive. That was awesome. That was awesome. I'll give my thoughts, obviously. Just let's get to the main screen. Okay, so I read chat. I always read chat. It's in the side of my screen. You see my screenshot. Just don't reply until I have time. So let's see. There she is. She has arrived. That's my god. My god, the god. Really? True favorite character. Interesting. Oh, so is this one right? Oh, I guess I can check now, can't I? Oh, it is Witch Hunt. There you go.
Get me... exit? Okay. So Monka. Why did you ping me, Sems? I like how you said literally yesterday that you were match battle was declawed or gone or whatever, and we get this. Yes. I am so happy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. It was... doing Bato's normal voice is just so lame. It's so fun when she's being a brat or she's being mean. That voice is incredible. So I miss it so much and I'm so glad. That's why I loved Eva Bathory so much. Her voice was incredible. But now, my goat is back. Oh. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. All the goats. All the goats. Thank you, Yash. You would have said no good on OG translation. Nice, Yashi. Thank you. Golden Land 3. Let me check. I think when she was pissed at Bender saying, she's like, why don't you get it yet? Where... But I do get it! What do you mean? Ping yourself, buddy. Wow, the manga. Oh my gosh, their faces is incredible. So that's her full outfit. Oh, okay, well, okay, now, time, okay. So, now that we have the picture, her full outfit, and we can finally speak, yeah, it took me until she said mom and dad for me to make the connection. I just was hoping they were gonna name drop her, but they never did it to the credits. So yeah, that's when I made the connection. And I really like it. I really like this a lot. Holy cow, I'm mad. I'm mad that I didn't think of this. I am so mad that I didn't think of this. So first off, it's funny that I called her outfit childish. Well, not her outfit, but her pigtails. But now seeing the full outfit, it does look like a young lady's outfit, and it's funny because 6 years old. But she's not 6 years old right now, right? This is so clever. This is such a cool way of going about it now. So the direction they're taking is that we're gonna fast forward now, and instead of Battler's POV of solving the incident while it's happening, we're gonna try to solve the incident from a future perspective. Like Angie grew up without her family in Japan, and now years after, probably like 17, 16, whatever, now she's gonna go back to the island or just investigate it online or whatever and try to find the truth out herself. Like that. And that's going to be really fun. That is clever. That is good. That is fun, and I'm excited. Honestly, I really hope the POV just switches completely. Get out of here, Batlip. I hope we get like a different protagonist just for a little while. That would be so fun. Just completely change the perspective. Like, completely change the POV. Just make it Angie now. And I think that would be fun. That would be interesting. But I do get it if that doesn't happen. I'm not expecting it. I just think that would be really fun if we just completely switched just to a future perspective of looking back. I'm sorry for wanting to have uniqueness and interestingness. More manga, let's see. Oh, Beatrice's face. Cute. Wow, the second one. Too bad, so sad. Which never reforms herself, sucker. Oh, I wish she said that. Whoa, this face crazy. Wow, this manga's incredible. That third picture is awesome. Suckers? Gamsey, great, thanks. Ooh, Oh, that's so cool, the last picture! Wow! Her holding the chessboard. That's awesome. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I'm so excited, I'm so excited, I'm so excited, I'm so excited. I'm so excited, I'm so excited. You're already playing Umineko. How much more uniqueness you all of it. All of it. Alright, goal is to finish Tea Party and question mark, question mark, question mark. Right now. But it is 11 p.m. So if it reaches 12 a.m., I'll like stop stream no matter what, I'm afraid. Even if we're in the middle of a thing. But let's go. I need to wake up at 7:30. I need to wake up at 7:30 a.m. I never expected Lady Berncastel's piece to barge in at the very end. Wait. And it's cool. It makes sense that Berncastel would use it. Because it's such an uncertain play. Who knows how Angie grew up? Who knows how much she truly cares about the truth? And of course, who knows how hard it's going to be to solve a mystery that you weren't even there for. That you're not currently there for, and it's just researching from the future. It's also very uncertain. Jeez. Which is perfect for Berncastel. I thought that dust flew into my mouth. I decided to pick up a dusty book for some reason and it just flew all over my mouth. Horrible. Yay, she's back! I searched all over the place for a piece fitting for a game with you. I was sure you'd like it.
What's with that piece? Who was that person? Who was it? She didn't say her name, that's mean. Hey, don't you think so too?
I have a general idea. Or rather, I imagine most people would have figured it out.
Most people? Well, I don't get it. It was the child, that character's first appearance, wasn't it? If she doesn't say her name, I won't understand, the players won't understand, no one will understand, right?
That don't bother telling her. See? Isn't she a funny kid? Indeed. Lady Lambda Delta's innocent airhead side is truly precious and amusing.
Come on, why won't you tell me, you meanie? In exchange, I'll teach you a special secret that only I know, so tell me.
Oh? What special secret you say? I want to hear, I want to hear.
If you want me to tell you, first tell me who that girl really was. The secret I know sure is awesome. After all, it's about as awesome as knowing that Santa-san is actually daddy. Huh? I said it. Sorry. I'll bet you're so shocked that it turned your world upside down, right?
So, your father was the one who came to your place, Lambda?
He came. Wait, what do you mean?
Lord Santa Claus only visits the homes of children with pure hearts. I guess he didn't come to your place, did he? Well, Lord Santa Claus is gracious. Unless you're a really bad scoundrel, he'll give you a present. After all, he even gave them to me. As you grow and your heart is hardened, he stops coming, doesn't he? How old were you, Vato, when he stopped coming? Indeed. He kept coming until I was about 12. When my maiden's heart awoke, I quickly got somewhat embarrassed about Lord Santa coming. After I wrote thanks for everything, that's enough. So make sure you splurge on the last set of presents, he stopped coming. Oh, and I was looking forward to it too. How old were you when he stopped coming, Lady Buttoncastle? I was pretty wild. It happened fairly quickly. Early. I think when I was about 9. Something about that beard really irritated me, so I waited in my futon with some sewing scissors ready, trying to cut it off. What a painful age. So as far back as Lady Lambda Delta can remember, Lord Santa Claus, he never came to see her, huh? He usually comes until the last year of elementary school or during middle school. Maybe we should take her to a doctor. I hear that being super cautious can have negative side effects on the growth of mind and body. Yeah, you can definitely see some of those negative side effects. Hey, what are you people talking about? It truly is boisterous when the three witches gather. If you're talking about a secret on that level, I thought this would be worth listening to. Can I go now? I have to get ready for the next game. Hey, wait a sec! Tell me who that woman really was! Well then, tell me the special secret of yours first. If it's good enough, then I'll tell you. Okay, I'll tell you, because it really is a special secret. Remember, in this game, there was a girl who found the gold became the Wind Witch, right? Indeed. And just what kind of secret might that person have? I figured out who that girl really is. Does anyone know? There was a hint in the way she talked. Remember that girl said it a lot, didn't she? If only you just right? Yes, that phrase is the key point. If only, Yes! She was actually Ushiraviana! What do you think? Are you shocked? Oh! I never noticed that! To think that there would be a hint in a place like that. You're a real good sport, Battle. This kid tends to get full of herself, so try not to overdo it. See you. I'm leaving. Wait! Is that fair? Just listen to my secret and don't tell me yours! Tell me who she really was! Your secret was so amazing that mine just wouldn't match up. So, in exchange, I'll teach you a special secret. I'll tell you the name of the culprit in this game called Higurashi no Nako Koroni.
Whoa! Wait! Hold up! No! That's really funny. Yeah, I assume she wouldn't say it. That's really funny.
Don't say it! I'm still playing it! See him, Vato. The black tea was delicious. However, the repertoire of jamons and crackers was lacking. Add some gochujang chili paste every once in a while. It goes great with Russian tea. Later. Oh, I see. I shall try it. I'll cover some after preparing the next game. Until then, feel free to polish your strategy at your leisure. Yes, I'll do that. This last game was pretty interesting. Later. Hey, wait a sec, tell me!
Rip. Yeah, I think if I were to kin assign characters to people, Lambda Delta is definitely the most Sam's coded for sure.
My, you two really are close. Yes, that's right. Oh, I really like you, Baron Castle. You could even say I love you. I want to gouge out your eyes so that you can see no one other than me. Oh, that would be so wonderful. It'd be great to dunk them in black tea. To think you would be so entranced, Lady Lambda Delta. I have a serious responsibility. Still, this last game really was close. I was a breath away from getting Butler.
Beato, can I ask you something?
What is it? I won't tell you that girl's name.
When are you going to stop fooling around? Are you even trying to win?
Lambda Delta threatened her with a low voice that she never used in front of Berncastel. It completely blew away the calm atmosphere that had been there until a moment ago.
You know, I'm supporting you because you're supposed to be a witch who can win against Berncastel. If you don't have the power to win against her, then I'll abandon you right away, okay?
How harsh of you! What about me dissatisfies you? Okay, Yules. As you know, my game board is perfect. Lady Berncastel will never be able to win.
Yeah, that's right. Your board truly is impressive. It truly is an impressive and perfect game board that Berncastel definitely won't be able to win in, not even after 100 years, or even 1,000 years. That's why I made you a witch in exchange for letting me borrow it. If I stop being your guardian, you'll immediately go back to being a human. Make sure you don't forget that. No matter how much incredible magical power you hold, you are nothing more than a temporary witch.
I understand. I'm grateful to you.
Don't speak so casually to me. I'll forgive that when Berncastel's around, but not now, not when she isn't. I'll bet you're starting to forget how much you owe me.
That's not so.
You really are disgusting. Go ahead and talk the way you usually do, but be mindful of what you say. I have a surprisingly short temper, you see.
Indeed.
Let's go back to what we were discussing. Your game board truly is perfect. You should be able to defeat Berncastel without any trouble. But that kid won't surrender easily. She'll challenge you over and over.
That is no problem. It has been certified by you, Lady Lambda Delta. My game board is perfect.
Yes, that's right. It's perfect. But are you, the player, perfect as well?
What do you mean by that?
What do I mean? That's what I want to hear. You play around a lot in your game. Sometimes that ends up confusing Berncastel, so at first I thought it was some special strategy of yours. But I get the feeling that's not quite true. Rather than toying with the opponent in a match you can win, you don't actually care whether you win or lose, right?
Ridiculous! How could that be?
You know what? Your role is to make Berncastel surrender. In other words, that means being the victor in this game for all eternity. As long as you keep trying to become the victor with certainty, then I'll give you my power as the Witch of Certainty. However, if you fight in a way that doesn't eliminate any possibility of your loss, that's a different story.
Of course this is a game. Just as Lady Berncastel will lose when I win, I will sometimes lose when she wins. That possibility of loss always exists. Therefore, I will...
That is why you're useless. There's no need for you to be a game board. You just have to be a birdcage that can lock Berncastel up here for all eternity. What's the role of a birdcage? Making certain the little bird inside never escapes. What's a birdcage worth if it has cracks that sometimes lets a bird out?
Of course, games exist for the purpose of winning. And it is impossible for me to lose. Therefore, I will continue to win, as you wish, for all eternity.
Good answer. That'll be fine. I'll allow you to play around and use fakes as part of your tactics. It ended up being useful during parts of this round. But you know what? If you make a move hoping for anything else other than victory, make sure you're prepared for something amazing. Okay?
I will do such a thing. I will not do such a thing. I swear it.
Because originally, you weren't even a witch at any time. And at any time, I'll remind you what a truly shabby creature you were. If you betray my expectations, that is.
As soon as you do, you can look forward to a fun punishment game. In the world of billions of fragments, I'll send you into the most miserable one and seal you there. You were already miserable to start with, so there's gonna be some really miserable fragments out there for the picking. Oh, I love you, Barncasta. Struggle in Beatrice's birdcage as much as you like. And over the course of 1,000 years, realize that you can no longer escape. And when you surrender, I'll train you so that you can't do anything other than cry in the palm of my hand.
Well, jeez. That was cool. Interesting. Very interesting. Huh. I'm thinking here. I mean, that was just awesome. Giga lore drop. Of so many ways. Just knowing what the real game is now. Like, the true game is just Bernkastel and Lambda Delta going at each other. That's awesome. The fact that Lambda Delta doesn't really want to quote-unquote win, but to keep Bernkastel trapped in the game for all eternity. That's awesome. And then also, practically hard confirmation of what I was thinking of. I didn't imagine it was Lambda Delta, but I was already thinking that, I said it before, that Beatrice is just, I mean, okay, it just confirmed that Beatrice is a human, and she took on the role of a witch for her own purposes and whatnot. But the part that really cemented giddy in me is Lambda Delta saying how Beatrice was miserable. So, methinks the story that Rosa told of Beatrice dying, farce. It's a lie. It's a false memory. What's really happening is that Beatrice is still in Cuadorian, and it is so miserable there that her escape was through all of this, just as a way of revenge, but also as a form of escape. So the story just gets a million times darker, because now it's just an allegory for escapism from a horrible life. She is literally trapped inside Cuadorian. Who knows what Kinso is doing? And if we want to believe in, magic isn't real, then it just becomes a really sad allegory. I'm just repeating what I said, but it becomes a really sad allegory that Beatrice would make all of this up as a fantasy, just because she wants to escape that life of Cuadorian. That's horrible. It's just wow. She's stuck in a delusion now. because real life is so much more cruel than the delusion. This too is a Homestuck reference. Oh man, that's awesome. I like that a lot. Okay. Umifo reacting. Quite good. Okay. Well, question mark. Then I might need to go midway to get my charger. Then hopefully we finish it and stream over. Phoenix, don't worry. I won't say spoilers. Now I already was. No wait. Okay, I forget. There's two things that are very Umineko that I need to be very careful about now. I need to be careful with Danganronpa spoilers because of Sems, and I need to be careful with Homestuck spoilers because of you now. And Danganronpa and Homestuck are the most Umineko things ever. So it's hard. Alright, here we go. "12 years later." Because she was 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. She's 18! Holy cow! A monotonous electric sound kept on repeating. The white was colored with hygienic tones, in other words, an emotionless white. It was a room at a certain university hospital. Neither her doctors nor the person herself had any doubts that this room, which had a price so high that no commoner could afford to spend a single night there, would be the last room she ever saw. Was that person on the bed Eva? Even if someone told you that was so, she was unbelievably aged and worn out. The well-built man in a suit waiting in a corner near the door was having a whispered conversation through an intercom with someone outside. He was a guard protecting Eva's person. After telling the person on the other end of the intercom to wait, he approached Eva's bed. Eva had been awake for a short while. However, she stared at a single point in empty space as though her mind was not in the same place. Angie-san has arrived in the lobby below. Should we let her pass? For a long time, Eva didn't answer. However, bit by bit her eyes began to regain their focus, and she gave a small nod, indicating that she didn't mind if they called Angie. It had been Eva who called her, and she was right on time. By this point, Eva would refuse anyone who wanted a meeting without an appointment. The room was dark, even though it was still light outside, because the curtains were always closed. There was always one guard waiting in the room, and 3 more waiting in the corridor and in the lobby. They were all there to protect Eva's person. Eventually, there was the sound of a knock. Also, there was a message from the intercom that the guest body check had been completed without any problems. The door was unlocked, then opened, and a high school-age girl was standing there. Chairman, Angie-san has arrived. Eva reacted and turned her face towards the guest. However, instead of reacting to the guard's call, maybe it would be better to say that she reacted to the smell of Angie's makeup. After being shut up in this room for so long, Eva was sensitive to even small changes in smell. So, you came, Angie. I came. You did call me. On Eva's face, there was no trace of a person warmly welcoming their niece. And on Angie's face, you couldn't see the expression of one pleased to meet with their aunt. Eva waved her hand, which had grown as thin as a withered branch, and motioned for the guard to leave. The guard bowed silently and went out into the hall. It's not only stuffy but dark too. Why don't you have the curtains open? Is your plan for that hitman you hired to shoot me through the window? I wish I could get hired to assassinate you. All I have to do is relax at home for a month and the job would take care of itself. discussion was quite morbid for an aunt and niece. However, they didn't look like they were joking. Oh, Sems? Cool. Oshirya Enji, Rudolph and Kairi's daughter, Butler's younger half-sister. She didn't get to see Butler often, but they got on extremely well and she greatly respected him. Since she was absent due to illness during the family conference, she always survives in solitude. Unfortunately, she had become emotionally disturbed, always carries a huge amount of cash with her, and has the bad habit of throwing it around to make sure she never has to wait. Oh no, she's a rich girl. Oh, right. Oh, I'm stupid. I was very confused. No, yes. I would love to see that. Remitomate. At the very least, Eva believed that someone was after her life. All of the Ushirimiya family massive fortune had come into possession of the Ushirimiya Eva. It was said that this fortune also included the 10 tons of hidden gold that Ushirimiya Kinso was rumored to have. While this vast wealth lay in Eva's cunning, sly, and suspicious hands, no one was able to complain. But it was rumored that as soon as it was passed on to Angie, who was no more than a young girl, certain people were plotting to snatch it away. By now, Eva and Angie were Kinso's only descendants. If Eva died, all of the wealth would go to Angie. It's just like what happened to Kinso. Angie is Kinso number 2. I combined their names. Kinjo. And if Angie were then to be killed as well, that wealth would go to the family of Angie's mother, Kairi. In this sense, not only Eva but Angie as well were in a position where it wouldn't be odd at all for their lives to be targeted by some unknown person. Let us see the manga. Whoa! That's really nice! She still looks good. She's unrecognizable, gosh. Me when I eat with no YouTube, alright. And Eva had hated Angie for a long time. This was because she knew that after losing her only precious son George, the inheritor of her own wealth would be none other than the girl who had been absent at that family conference 12 years ago, and who had survived. Eva shunned Angie, disliked her, and even hated her. She isolated Angie in a special school and separated her from the youth and happiness normal people have, trying to keep her as a pet until death. However, Eva had succumbed to an incurable illness, and ironically, her remaining life was estimated to be the same as Kinso's had been at that family conference 12 years ago. Both Eva and Angie hated each other. Even though they were each other's last blood relatives, they hated each other so much that they hoped the other would die quickly. And why did you go to all the trouble of calling for me? I don't have much time left. These quack doctors still can't detect any of the poison that's filling me up. I know. I'm sure it's some secret assassination drug used by those Soviet KGBs. Oh, I'm gonna be killed. Isn't that great? Very soon I will die, which will surely be quite a load off your back. What a pitiable person. This always happened. They immediately deviated from the main topic, distorting it to a more unsettling discussion. Eva, who was absolutely paranoid, believed that someone was always after her life. And in actual fact, after inheriting the vast wealth of the Ushirimiya family, she had used wild methods just like Kinso had done in the past, repeatedly making money by any means necessary and creating many enemies along the way. With a massive supply of capital, she had plotted to aggressively buy businesses that were starting to have rapid growth, making them buy it back at a high price under the guise of reconciliation. Ironically, it was the same type of action that her husband's company had been hit with 12 years ago. She had repeated this constantly for 12 years. She had also earned a lot of hatred. If her husband had heard of this from beyond the grave, he might have defended her, saying that the loneliness from losing her family fueled her actions. However, all of the people who knew her now, none would defend her. For some time, Eva eloquently spoke of how her life was being targeted, listing off names of people who hated her, and sneering at the fact that she still hadn't been killed. Even though Angie heard her own name included in that list, there was no particular change in her expression, and she waited indifferently for Eva to tire herself out.
You see, I really hate you.
I'm honored. Same here.
I built this future for George's sake. To think that it would be snatched away by you. To think that it would be stolen away by Rudolph's daughter. I can't bear it. To think that not only will I not leave a child without even leaving behind a child that I cannot forgive.
If only you just give me all of your fortune. If only you just give all of your fortune to charity. What about all those religious people you used to go so far out of your way to find?
They all say the same thing. My excessive wealth has become a burden to me, and they always say something about how I need to give it up and cleanse myself. Then I thought of something. I stopped donating.
For a time, Eva had searched for the founders of several strange and new religious cults, perhaps seeking peace in her heart, but they gave her heart no relief. And if anything, they ended up increasing her paranoia further. If you have so much money, why don't you start buying up thoroughbreds and make some corned beef?
I thought of something even more interesting. I've worried over it a lot. What could I do to make things horrible for you? I thought about killing you. I also thought about erasing all of my wealth, leaving you penniless, and setting you off to a slave trader or something. Wouldn't that be wonderful? You'd have your arms and legs chopped off and be forced to take customers until you died. Oh, that would be so wonderful.
Is this fun for you?
Oh, yes it is. It's fun to scare you.
Oops.
But very soon I will die. So I thought about how I might continue to cause you pain even after my death. And then...
Wait, cliffhanger. BRB. Need to get a charger? Wait, why am I pausing? There's no need. Okay, BRB. back. Here's my earbuds. There they are. Okay.
It was surprisingly simple. I called you because I wanted to talk about it.
We have midterms coming up. Keep it brief.
I have decided.
Is she gonna give her a riddle of her own? And her riddle's going to be to solve what happened on the island?
I will have you inherit all of my fortune.
Oh.
Not only that, but I have decided that until the very day I die, I'll expand that fortune as much as I can, inflating it to massive proportions before having you inherit all of it. Can you imagine what that would be like?
I don't get it. Because it's stupid.
That's right. You don't get it, do you? Look forward to it. It really is fun being rich. Every day, yokai from across Japan come to play. From now on, your entire life will be followed by talk shows and weekly magazines. The media will criticize me no matter what I do or don't do. If I donate, they'll attack me for being blah blah blah. And if I hesitate, I'll be abused as a miser. Oh, every day really is wonderful, you see. I decided it'll be great. It'll be great to let you have that kind of life when you're so young and have so much ahead of you. Doesn't that sound absolutely wonderful?
Looks like the public's opinion of all you've done was spot on.
Too true, yes, that is too true. Go ahead, abuse me as much as you want. Soon you will face that same criticism. Japanese culture dictates that good people live in honorable poverty, while the wealthy should just die. No matter what you do or do not do, you will eventually be lifted up as a symbol of envy and hate across Japan. I wonder how twisted your life will become after living that way. You have no allies. No one will listen to your worries. Abusing you will become a public sport, and no one can stop that. Oh, Angie. Oh, I'm really looking forward to it. I wonder how you will live your life and how you'll end it. Enjoy to the fullest the life of being unable to trust anyone in the world, being unable to love anyone, being unable to talk with anyone. I'll be patiently waiting for you to take that story of hardship down with you into hell.
Her insane laughter turned into a painful cough. Without changing her expression in the slightest, looking completely unconcerned, Angie stared at the only survivor of Ronkenjima. Perhaps because she found the violent coughing suspicious, and the guard gave a short knock on the door and rushed in at the same time. Angie glanced at him, wordlessly making it clear that she didn't intend to move a step from where she was. Angie was prepared for some kind of trap to frame her in Eva's death. However, that was fortunately a needless fear. As the guard rubbed Eva's back, he poured hot water from a thermos into a mug. As he did, Eva kept coughing, apparently in pain. Angie figured that this was probably the last she'd see of the Ronkenjima witch's final days. Eventually the coughing subsided, and Eva regained her normal breathing. However, the glittering madness inside her eyes hadn't subsided in the slightest. Normal looking panel I've ever posted. Let's see. Oh gosh! Wow, okay, jeez. That is awesome. Wow. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Now I will give to you that cursed mass of gold in the Ushiramiya family headship, as well as the name of the Golden Witch Beatrice. Enjoy the insane, twisted rest of your life fitting for the name of the witch.
I don't need that. More importantly, tell me, on that day, what happened on Ronkenjima? I don't believe it was an accident. Tell me the truth about what happened that day and why father and mother and Nissan died.
Oh yes, that is the best way I have to harass you, isn't it? What happened on that day? What happened on this day in 1986? You want to know what they said before they died, right? I won't tell you. I'll leave behind the cursed gold, but you know what? I'll take the truth you seek with me to hell. That's the best way I can torment you. Oh, are you mad? If you want to hear it so much, try going to hell and asking your family there. In that case, you'd better die right now, right? If only you just give up and die right now.
That laugh continued until she started coughing again, and that cough did not subside until she started moaning and going into convulsions. That's pretty rough. That's pretty rough. That is pretty rough. It's a bit sad that she ended up like that, but it makes absolute total sense. October 4, 1986. On Ronkenjima, the Ushiramiya family's customary and final family conference was held. And on the next day, October 5, an extremely unfortunate accident occurred and the Ushiramiya family was wiped out. Fortunately, Ushiramiya Eva escaped from that and inherited almost all of the Ushiramiya family's fortune. However, due to the many turbulent rumors surrounding the Ushiramiya family, the way Eva acted afterwards, and her unnatural actions at the time of the unfortunate accident, the public was in an uproar over whether this might have been a conspiracy to get all of the inheritance for herself. Under pressure from the public, prosecutors repeatedly tried to investigate the matter, and the media began tracing the outline of a conspiracy they called the Ronkenjima suspicion. But in the end, they weren't even able to find proof that this unfortunate accident was a crime. However, because the media continued to give the impression that the Ronkenjima suspicion was a conspiracy of Eva's, hiccups, public opinion began to believe that she was the true culprit. Of course, that was also influenced by the bad impression caused by all that easily condemnable overbearing financial activity, which she had carried out using that vast wealth. Every time she did something and the rumors started spreading, the media would bring back the Ronkenjima suspicion, blaming the criminal justice system by saying that she was the true culprit and that the only reason she hadn't been arrested was because even the police had been bribed. So the impression that she was a great villain grew stronger and stronger. Her heart eventually degenerated, and ironically it began to transfigure her into the kind of human that the public expected. By now, Eva had no one she could trust, and no family. After her beloved husband passed away, the talk shows occasionally mentioned his company, saying that it was run recklessly while criticizing and disgracing its former accomplishments. Even her beloved son, George, was dramatized as the stereotypical rich, lazy son that the public expected, and no one even wanted to know what a simple and honest character he had possessed. As to how much all of this hurt Eva and ran her to ruin, no one cared. The public was only interested out of curiosity about how a super rich evil woman who killed her own family lived her pitiful years later. And so that happened more and more, and eventually, Eva's personality was transfigured until people started calling her a lunatic. It was said that this sometimes reminded her of her father, whom she had once admired in his later years, and that she laughed at herself with scorn. And on the day of that final family conference, because Ushirimiya Rudolph's daughter Angie had been sick and had stayed with her mother's family, she had not participated. At the age of 6, she had lost her family and had gained Eva as her guardian. Since Angie had become Eva's only blood relative, Eva took very good care of her. She had imposing guards surrounding Angie's person at all times to prevent her from coming to harm. Angie even had her right to play with friends, to come home from school together, and to enjoy the seasons together, stolen away, so that she can live a full and pleasant school life. Eva had sent Angie to an elegant boarding school that took care of her every need, completely isolating her from the world. She didn't even know the popular songs that girls her age might hum. She was never given a chance to enjoy window shopping with her friends or stuffing her mouth with crepes, much less an encounter with a member of the opposite sex to make her heart throb. Angie did not have a single friend. If anyone carelessly acted friendly with Angie, they would be scolded by the guards or else the teachers. All of them were strictly ordered not to let shabby humans approach the daughter of this esteemed Ushirimiya family. During that time, the talk shows were always mentioning Ushirimiya Eva, always spreading rumors about her countless financial misdeeds, and those who knew of her daughter naturally began to keep their distance. Even now, she was called a witch at school, and anytime something bad happened, even if there was no proof, it would be whispered as though it were absolute truth, that she had imposed her will on the school staff. The environment makes the person. By now, she had a heart as wild as those around her feared. No one trusted her, so she never bothered to believe in anyone. No one loved her, so she never even tried to love. And when Eva caught an incurable illness on top of all this, it was whispered that this too was a conspiracy, and this time Angie was set up as the mastermind. Everyone whispered that the daughters of witches were witches too. Even the talk shows and the weekly magazines whispered that. So Angie too accepted it as though it was definitely, no, as though it was obviously true. Therefore, since she already believed that she was a witch, when she heard that the name of the Golden Witch was being turned over to her, she only felt like saying, "You just figured that out now?" However, she was at least sure of one thing. This title of witch that she had inherited would definitely never be inherited by anyone else. She would be the last head of the Ushirimiya family and the last lonely Golden Witch. Well, Angie could be seen on the roof of the skyscraper. Compared to the winds of the world that had been beaten down upon her until now, this strong cold wind was warm and pleasant. Below her lay a beautiful nighttime scene in a dazzling river of red and white lights. It was supposed to be clear out that night, so there really should have been countless stars stretching out over the sky. However, the light from the ground was too bright so you couldn't see them at all. And she couldn't help but think that what she truly sought must lie in that unseen starlight. The world of reality below her looked so far away from here. She could imagine that this place was the closest to the world she really should be in. There was only one thing that Angie cursed. Why had she not been able to go to that family conference on that day 12 years ago? Even though if she had gone, it would have probably have been possible for her to stay with her family forever. Lately, she'd been dreaming about her family over and over again. The person I was 12 years ago calls out frantically, urging them not to go to the family conference. but both Mom and Dad are too far away and my hand won't reach them. Badlerni-san always loved me a lot, and he'd always pet my head. But even though it looks like that hand's about to touch me, even it does not reach. For some reason, I started having that dream over and over. Every time I had that same dream, I uselessly tried to stretch out my hand even more forcefully over and over. Even if only Badlerni-san had lived, then perhaps we'd at least be able to support each other in my cold and lonely reality. But his hand never reaches me. Even if I climb to the roof of this tall building, I'm so far away from all of them. A mysterious girl appears in my dreams and urges me. She urges me to find the truth of what happened 12 years ago. If only I could learn everything that happened to Father and the rest of them on that day. Would they come back? At least one of them? There was no way that anyone could answer that question for her. I get it. In this world I have no family or friends. So, let's go. Let's go home. To where my family is. From the start, Angie's figure had been on the outer side of the fence. The scenery below her eyes was distant, beautiful, and so fantastical that it actually didn't give rise to fear. If I looked down, I'll surely be swallowed up by that world below. So I looked up, because I wanted to be taken to the world above, the world where my family was. Who cares about vast wealth? Who cares about cursed gold? Who cares about the golden witch Beatrice? What I really want, even a mountain of gold couldn't get me. What I need for that is to take a single step forward, just that little bit of courage. At that moment, I definitely heard a voice. It was a voice I knew. A voice that had called to me in my dreams for so long. Before my eyes, in other words, in midair above that jet black nighttime scenery, there's a figure of that girl I've seen in my dreams. She spoke again, with the same voice I've heard in those dreams. Your assistance is required. My assistance? Who needs it? Your family needs it. Your family has been eternally imprisoned in this span of this... in this span from this day 12 years ago until the following day. If I save them, does that mean my family will come home? When I asked the question I had most wanted to, the girl cruelly stopped talking and hung her head. I cannot promise that. The enemy is the Golden Witch Beatrice, a mighty opponent. I cannot oppose her. But another Golden Witch might be able to manage something. I don't know what you're talking about. The only one who can oppose the Beatrice of 1986 is the final Beatrice of 1998. In other words, you, Angie Beatrice. That witch from 12 years ago took away my family? That's right. She is your fault. It's the root cause that always leads to your future in isolation. My family's foe. In exchange, I will search for fragments with the ideal world that you wish for, a world where your family comes home. I make no promises that your desire will be granted. Beatrice's Games World in 1986 is quite perfect. I had planned on bringing you that ideal fragment as a present today, but I still cannot find it. This is a very firm fate. I haven't seen the likes of it since the time I fought Lambda Delta. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm giving you a chance for revenge. In exchange, I promise to search and bring you the happiest resolution among the possibilities you're capable of accepting. Revenge. It may be a fruitless effort. Even if you succeed in your revenge, there's no definite proof that your family will return.
Even if you manage to hit a miraculous probability, you may only be able to bring back one person back if that. Angie understood the meaning of that dream. The dream where it seemed that with just a little more stretch in her hand might be able to reach that at least Badlernisan. Miraculous probability means it's still higher than 0, right? Is it 1%? Trying to read any probabilities before 0 at all is useless. So I cannot tell you that number. But I'll definitely be slightly more likely than if I do nothing. Yes, as long as you do not throw that desire of yours away. But be prepared. It is extremely close to 0. Okay. I'll take you up on that offer. Are you sure? You probably won't be able to return here again. This isn't the world I'm supposed to be in. I'll find the world I'm supposed to be in myself. Tell me your name. Ceviche Virgos, Bernkastel. And by that name, I acknowledge you as the Golden Witch, Angie Beatrice. As of now, you are a true witch. The instant she proclaimed that I was a witch, I felt dizzy, as though something inside me had changed drastically. At that time, I heard a clunk. It was the sound of the door that opened to the staircase of the roof. It was Aunt Eva's guard. The only guards in name, aren't they? Well, they saw that I was already on the other side of the fence and dashed forward horrified. 20. We found the target. Request to back up on the roof. Angie-san! We were looking for you. The singer is there, so quickly come this way. Was that? My fan club. I'm pretty popular. No point in getting caught. Let's go. Whoa! Whoa! Yes, okay! Yeah! Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The real Umineko starts now! Looking annoyed, Bernkastel turned on her heels. In the jet black sky, watching that perfectly casual gesture, I followed her as though I was completely normal. Angie-san! Wait! Don't be hasty! Look out! It's useless. It's all useless. Well then, see you later. Next time. Please send a limo to get me, cause everyone else will be there too. See ya.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. That was good. There's no time for that, Goku. There's no time for that. Okay. No, I'll be able to sleep fine. It's just... It's a nice story they're trying to tell, I think, from what I can piece together. A third protagonist is really nice. Because it makes a good trio in terms of the themes of the story, and that's quite nice. You have Beatrice, who doesn't know how to love. She just, because of the way she was groomed in Kowadorian, she was never shown what love is. So she just straight up doesn't know how to love. And her story is going to be to learn how to love. Then you have Butler, who was surrounded by so much love with his family and all that, that he treats it as a toy, as he takes it for granted. He takes love for granted, which funny enough makes all of his sexual assaulting very thematic now, because it shows how lofty he was with the concept of love. He just saw it as a toy, something fun. And all those things he said about finding a partner in school and all that, I was like, I don't really care about finding someone. I guess it's just when it comes, it comes. I don't really care. Like he takes it for granted. He has so much love in his life that he forgets what it truly means to love. And now we have Angie, the complete opposite of Butler. Someone who has been deprived of love completely, but desperately wants it. So we have a perfect trio. One who wants to love, but has none. One that treats love as a toy because he has too much love. And one who doesn't know how to love. And it's really good, and I liked it a lot. And I like the patron witches they all get. Angie getting Bernkastel, because being loved and finding love is such an uncertain thing. It could happen to anyone, or it could not happen to you. It's just something that happens. You can't really predict it. So Bernkastel being the patron witch of Angie, someone who desperately wants to find love, but it's a very uncertain thing. It makes sense. Beatrice being the patron witch of Butler makes Bernkastel and Angie makes the most sense, but Beatrice and Butler makes sense as well a little bit because of how lofty he is with love. Wait, no, wait. No, because this is the hard part. I'm not sure if I should, because no, wait. I don't think I thought it through too much. Because I was gonna say Lambda Delta is the patron witch of Bernkastel. I mean, no. Lambda Delta is the patron witch of Beatrice. But it's not like she's... No. Wait. kind of makes sense. This one's loose. Okay, so Castello Lenji makes sense. Now, Beatrice and Butler makes sense because she is the endless witch. So Butler throwing so much love around uncaringly, punishing him by trying over and over and over until he finally understands and appreciates love. It makes sense. And now we have Lambda Delta who... Nah, never mind. Don't make sense. Throw that one away. Stop writing it down. But what I said first about the trio being different aspects of how you treat love, that one's still true, and I like that one. I like that one a lot. I like it a lot because it's a Homestuck reference. Anyways, I'm out of here. I will now proceed to sleep. Next stream in 2026. Thank you all for watching. I sleep now. I get 5 hours of sleep. Bye bye and good night.